What we run is the gap air mirror defense. Gap, our defensive linemen are in the gaps. Air, our defensive ends are over the air. And mirror, our corners and linebackers are mirroring the eligible receivers. To understand about defense, you're going to have to understand about offense. Offenses come in a multitude of formations, but they have to follow certain rules. Okay? First off, where the football is, that's the line of scrimmage. Football field is 53 yards wide. So right along this imaginary line, no one can pass it except for the center when he puts his hands on the ball. Okay? Everybody else has to be off the line of scrimmage. Now, you have to understand who's eligible and who's ineligible to go out for passes. Okay? An offense has to have at least 7 men on the line of scrimmage to be a legal formation. You can have more than 7, you can't have less than 7. Okay? Of the 7 guys that are on the line of scrimmage, and they have to be within a yard, the 2 guys on the ends are eligible to go for a pass. The guys inside cannot go for a pass. So how I explain it to the kids, I say think of it as a sandwich. The bread on each side go for a pass. Meat, cheese, mayo, everything else inside cannot go for a pass. Now, of the 7 men that are on the line of scrimmage, it doesn't matter how close they are or how far apart they are, the rule stays the same. So this end, if he's tight, he's called a tight end. This end, if he's split out wide, he's called a split end. And like I said, he has to stay within a yard of the line of scrimmage. If he goes back more than a yard, now there are 6 men on the line of scrimmage. That is an illegal formation. They'll get called 5 yards back. Even if they score a touchdown, doesn't count. Okay? Same with this guy, the tight end. On this side, he's tight. He's at the end of the line. If he's split out wide, he's a split end. Okay? Same rule applies. He has to be within a yard. The offensive linemen, same thing. They can be as close or as far apart. It doesn't really matter. But if they're within those 7 guys inside, they're ineligible to go for a pass. Okay? Everyone else has to be more than a yard off the line. These guys right here are more than a yard off. Every one of them is eligible to go for a pass. So now the 2 guys at the end of the line, of the 7 guys, they're eligible. The 4 guys that are more than a yard back, they're all eligible. So 6 guys can go for a pass. Even the quarterback. The quarterback can take the ball, hand it off to somebody, go out. The person can still throw the ball back to the quarterback. Our D linemen, we have 4 D linemen. The 2 guards are going to be in the A gaps. The 2 tackles are going to be in the B gaps. Okay? And the way they do the gaps, A, B, C, D on the left, A, B, C, D on the right. Okay? If a player is ever confused on the formation, I tell them to start from the D gap in. So find out where the end is. That's the D gap right there. That's the C gap, that's the B, that's the A. And like I said before, our guards are in the A gap, our tackles are in the B gap. So if there's some crazy formation, you just look, okay, that's the D gap, that's the B gap, C gap, that's the B gap. They know exactly where to line up. Okay? In fact, I'm going to show some crazy formation right now. Rules still apply. 7 men are on the line of scrimmage. Doesn't matter how close or how far apart they are. Our D linemen know where the gaps are. So if they ever come out of the huddle, D lineman's confused. Okay, that's the D gap, that's the C gap, that's the B gap. Tackle knows he's in the B gap. Guard knows he's in the A gap. On this side, D gap, C gap, B gap. Tackle knows he's in the B gap. Guard knows he's in the A gap. So it doesn't matter what formation Where the football is, it is irrelevant. The gaps never change. The football is irrelevant right now too. We do not line up on the football. If you line up on the football, look at all the guys over there. You line up on your gaps. Guards are always in the A gaps. Tackles are always in the B gaps. I usually have 3 defensive lines. D-line 1, D-line 2, D-line 3. And I want to keep the kids fresh, so I have them go 4 plays out, 4 plays out, 4 plays out. I want to make each D-line as equal as possible. So I came up with this matrix where I have 12 kids on the 12 defensive linemen, and I rank them from 1 to 12. So this is the matrix right here. So this is my best player, my second best player, my third best player, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. So my best player is next to the weakest player. The second best player is next to the second weakest. The third best player is next to the third weakest player. Okay? Each D line is equal. These kids are usually studs. They can blow past anybody. I tell them anytime they want, they can switch with this kid so the other team doesn't start keying on these guys, figuring out where they are. And I say, don't make it like a routine, like every other play, whatever. You know, stay there for 5 plays, switch, 1 play every now and then. Just make it as, you know, just mix it up as much as possible. Okay? And then one game will start with D-line 1, next game will start with D-line 2, the following game will start with D-line 3. So we try to get every kid to start a game. Our D linemen, when the offense is in the huddle, they're going to be on their knees. As soon as the offense comes out of the huddle, they're going to go right into their 4-point stance. And they're watching the ball. As far as I'm concerned, they should be deaf. They're not going to any snap count. The only thing that starts a play off is when the ball snaps. Because the offense, they're going to try to have them jump off sides with hard counts. Go. Ready. Hut! Hut! Okay? Like I said, my defense should be deaf. All they're watching is the ball. That's what starts to play. It doesn't matter how many huts, how loud, how quiet the quarterback is. That's the only thing that starts to play. So right now, they're in a good 4-point stance. I want them to bear crawl, at least 3 bear crawls, and get their shoulder pads under the offensive lineman's shoulder pads. So even if these offensive linemen are big studs, and they're a lot stronger than our defensive linemen, as long as these defensive linemen get their shoulder pads under the offensive lineman's shoulder pads, they cannot be pushed back. So at best, they're going to cause, at worst, they're going to cause a pileup. So when the running back's coming, and that D lineman's bear crawling, he has absolutely no place to go. If the kid stands up, he's going to get blown past. And I stress to my defensive linemen, for every yard you get pushed back, that's a free yard that running back gets, okay? So you want to bear crawl. I don't care, we call it dirty numbers sometimes. We will actually dive at the snap, dive at the offensive lineman's ankles, okay? Like I said, at worst, we want you to cause a pileup. The other reason why we want you to bear crawl is for trap blocking. The trap block is, the player's going this way, this guard is going to come over here and block this offensive line. They're not even going to touch the defensive line. They're going to shoot right through after the linebackers. So right now, if I'm the defensive lineman, I think I'm going in scot-free, and I don't know about this kid. He's coming over, he's going to air hole me. So if I'm the D lineman, I come in high, this kid comes and air holes me, I'm going to get knocked back, leave a big hole for the running back on the trap block, okay? But if I bear crawl, 3 quick bear crawls, he goes to air hole me, he's going to flip right over me, or like I said, he's going to knock me right down and cause a pile up, okay? Defeats the trap block right there. The other thing about bear crawling, it defeats double team blocks also. So if this center and this guard are going to double team on us, and our D lineman stays nice and low, he's not going anywhere. And the thing about defense, about double team blocks, okay, if you cause a stalemate, the double team loses. Double teams are meant to get you out of the way. So if you stay right here and you hold your ground, at least on the offensive line, they lose. Okay. When I'm instructing my defensive linemen, at first I'm showing them the gaps. I don't put a football there. I tell them where to line up. Okay, left A gap, right A gap, left B gap, right B gap. So like I said before, you're going to start from the outside in. D, C, B. So now that's the gap, that's the gap, that's the gap, that's the gap, okay? B, A, B. Now, if I put the football down here, this is considered an unbalanced line. If it's in the middle, we have 3 guys on that side, 3 guys on this side, that's a balanced line. If it's over here, we have 2 guys on this side, 2 guys on that side, that's an unbalanced line. Like I said before, if we line up on the ball, we're going to get overpowered on this side, just by sheer numbers. As long as you line up in the gaps, you're all set. Like I said before, the gaps don't change. This is D, C, okay? We got the B gap right here, the right B gap guy, the right A gap guy, the left A gap guy, the left B gap guy, okay? So it is irrelevant where the football is. The football can be anywhere. They still line up in their gaps. Ends. Defensive ends, their job is to contain the ball. We're trying to make the field as small as possible. So you have 2 defensive ends. Left defensive end and the right defensive end. Okay? The defensive end is going to be a yard outside either the tight end or the tackle right here. If there's a wing, he's going to be 2 yards out. His job is to contain the ball, like I said earlier. His sweet spot is the imaginary line where the deepest guy is. The deepest guy is right over there. It's an imaginary line. That's where I'm going. And then I'm hooking it right in. So at the snap of the ball, the defensive end's going to get that sweet spot and hook right in. His first job is contain, tackle second. Because if that guy's coming and he has the ball, I do not want him to go for the tackle right away, because if he misses and the kid gets outside, there's nobody over there. We have 10 other players over there, okay? So he is to attack the outside shoulder of either the blocker or the guy with the ball. Force contain first, tackle second. Defensive ends have to know to adjust to shifts and motions. If a guy goes in motion from this side over to this side, now the defensive end has to shift outside. Okay, he has to adjust. And if the guy goes in motion from this side over to this side, this defensive end has to go outside more. This defensive end now slides in more. Okay? The other thing is called a nasty split. Here's a guy at a certain position where you're not quite sure if you should be inside or outside. I suggest being outside, playing it safe. Now, if this guy's way out here, I don't want my defensive end out here. That's ridiculous. He's going to go inside and contain the ball. But offenses do that too. They'll take an end, start sliding him out, sliding him out, sliding him out, causing a nasty split, making a conflict for our defensive end, whether it be on the outside or be on the inside. And it's a judgment call too, depending on the defensive end, how good he is, how strong he is, how strong that player is, if he can bowl him right over. The last thing we want is for our defensive end to come in, this kid blocks down on him, and that running back gets outside. Okay? So like I said before, if there's a choice, I'd rather have him go outside, but then there's a big bubble right there that we're trying to avoid also. If we ever have a guy going in motion from the outside going in, we might have to switch duty. So if I'm the motion guy, most likely if I'm running as fast as I can for a jet sweep, most likely I'm not going to crack back on the defensive end. It's tough. I might hit him in the back. We're not worried about that. If this guy's jogging like this, most likely he's sizing up our defensive end to do a crackback block to allow the running back to get outside, or the quarterback. When we see this, as he's going in motion slowly, the corner or linebacker who has this guy is going to yell, motion, 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 as I'm going, okay? And if it's slow, he's going to yell crack, crack, crack. Fast, it's motion. Slow, it's crack, crack, crack. Once crack is yelled 3 times loudly, we are switching positions, okay? The defensive end now has the guy going in motion. The corner or linebacker now plays contain. So now when the ball snapped, if I'm the corner or linebacker and I have the guy going in slow motion toward a defensive end, and I yell crack, 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 once that ball snapped, I become the contain guy, get the super spot, force everything inside. The defensive end now becomes the corner linebacker. He now covers that guy. Whether he cracks or he goes out for a pass. Okay? If the guy continues to go on, like I said before, once crack is yelled, they're switching positions no matter what to avoid confusion. So if I'm the defensive end and he yelled crack, 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 but the guy kept on going on, I stay with the guy. The corner becomes the contain guy. Okay? How to stop the jet sweep. The jet sweep is when the wing or the flanker or someone on this side who's more than a yard back, before the ball is snapped, he's going to go in fast motion toward the quarterback. His aiming point is usually right behind the quarterback's butt. Once the ball is snapped, the quarterback's going to take the ball, hand off to him right away. He's going to get the ball as fast as he can and just take right off. Okay, the reason why this is tough to stop, because the guy that's covering him is going to have a hard time keeping up with them. And our defensive end, his sweet spot is the deepest guy. So if his sweet spot is the deepest guy and he's doing what we teach him, and that guy goes as fast as he can and runs that way, our defensive end is now out of the play. I can't jump on the kid because that's what we taught him. Okay, I'll never jump on the kid for doing what I taught him. Is when that guy that's covering the motion guy that's going ready for a jet sweep is coming, this defensive end should hear motion, 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 okay? That guy should be screaming so his parents can hear him yelling motion. Right now, until that guy who's flying by passes the quarterback, the defensive end's sweet spot is now behind the quarterback's butt. Okay, so once the ball is snapped, if that guy did not get to the quarterback yet, our defensive end is going right toward the quarterback. He's ready to kill that kid. Okay? Now, if our defensive end is right here, he yells motion, 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 that corner or linebacker, once that guy passes the quarterback, now he goes back to the original sweet spot. Okay? So when he hears motion, 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 until the motion guy passes the quarterback, it's the quarterback's butt is the sweet spot. Once that motion guy passes the quarterback, it's back to the original sweet spot, right here. Okay? Reverses and fakes. If I'm the wing right here, I get the ball from the quarterback, boom, the other guy comes, I give him the ball, go in the reverse that way. If I'm the defensive end, and I'm chasing after the guy going this way, and he does the reverse, right now, I'm out of the play, okay? And the other thing is, if the reverse is coming toward me, I see the reverse coming toward me, and then he hands off and goes the other way, I start chasing him down. Granted, that's good, but if it's a fake reverse, with the guy coming, he fakes the reverse, I'm the defensive end, I go after the other guy, I now look like a fool, because the guy just took off for a touchdown. When we teach our defensive ends, if the reverse is coming towards you, okay, always attack that guy no matter what, okay? So if I'm going after the guy, he's coming right toward me, and I see this is going to be reversed, kill the guy. The reason why, the guy who's receiving the ball, we already have another defensive end over there. We already have another cornerback and linebacker that has responsibility for that guy anyways, okay? You're most likely the last line of defense with that guy not getting a touchdown. You come in, if he fakes the reverse, you're a hero. You just blew the play up, most likely you can cause a fumble. If it isn't a fake reverse, if it is a reverse, who cares? You just killed the kid anyways. Now, what's tricky about that is, if you're coming in and the kid did the reverse like 10 yards over before he gets to you, don't kill the kid, just go after the guy with the ball. Okay, but if it's close, if there's ever a question about it, the guy coming towards you, you kill him if he has the ball, you kill him if he doesn't have the ball. Okay? As far as I'm concerned, the kid had the ball the whole time. Okay? Quarterback's rolling out. The defensive ends, their sweet spot is the deepest guy. So if I'm the quarterback, I go back, I go to handoff, and I roll out. What the quarterback and the coach is trying to set up is, when I hand off to the running back, he goes up this way. If I'm the defensive end, and I chase right after the running back, they're trying to set up for a quarterback rollout. So now, a few plays later, the quarterback's going to take the ball, fake the handoff, and roll out and take off because that defensive end is right to the running back. Okay? Remember, we're mirroring. We didn't get to that part yet. We already have a guy assigned to the running back. We have a guy assigned to the wings. We have a guy assigned to the ends. Okay? So if this running back is running this way, we already have a linebacker assigned to him. We already have 2 guards and 2 tackles. So if you're the defensive end, you do your job. You always go to the deepest back and play contain first, because now if the quarterback fakes the handoff and rolls out and that defensive end goes where he's supposed to be, the deepest spot right here, he's blowing up the play. If he goes after the running back, he might make a good play if the running back does have the ball, but like I said, they're setting up for this play. You're gonna fake the handoff, roll out, defensive end goes after the running back, quarterback is gone. Now, like I said before, with the fake reverse and the reverses, if there's ever a doubt, take the quarterback out. Quarterback takes the ball, he does hand off, he rolls out. Unless you know for sure that that quarterback doesn't have the ball, take him out. They're coming right in, boom, okay? Because their job is to fake you out anyways. So hey, boom, you did a good fake, take him right out. Okay, the other reason why you want to take him out, we have guys assigned to the ends, we have guys assigned to the wings, we have guys assigned to the back. We don't have a guy assigned to the quarterback except for the 2 defensive ends. So now, if the quarterback goes, hands the ball off, and rolls out, and they do an option, or if I'm the running back, I run this way, and I throw it back to the quarterback. If the quarterback goes out this way, your defensive end, you take him out. Guys on the ground, can't catch the ball. You don't touch him, he goes out for a touchdown pass. Okay? So like I said, whenever in doubt, take the quarterback out. Okay? We don't have enough guys here right now, but we have a cut block drill. I don't teach it. I think it's a cheap play. But guys are allowed to block below the waist. Defensive ends, you're flying right in. Most likely they're going to send somebody a guard or running back. Instead of blocking you straight up, they're going to go to cut at your knees, okay, which I think is dangerous. The best defense against that, you see the guy going low, and we drill it all the time. You're going to push him down to his shoulders, just push him right down, sprawl your legs out, and then you continue on. We have a drill, we have 6 guys, we call it the 6-point stance, because you're on your knees, your feet, and your hands. There's 6 guys right here. We have the defensive ends, and they just sit there and shimmy over. And these guys, as safe as possible, dive toward the ankles of the defensive end. And as they're going by, they're kicking their legs out, pushing down, kicking the legs out, pushing down, kicking the legs out, pushing down, all right down. So it becomes muscle memory. So when they know if anyone's going low on them, they're gonna just kick their legs out, push down, and then continue on. Okay, our linebackers. Our linebackers never have the farthest guy unless he's a tight end. We try to go big on big, fast on fast. Okay, so we consider the linebackers big, we consider the cornerbacks fast. Now, granted, our linebackers might actually be faster than our cornerbacks, and the tight end might actually be faster than the wing, but we just say tight end's usually bigger than the running backs, so tight end's usually slower, and the running back's usually bigger, just to make it simple. Okay? So right now, this tight end is the farthest guy, so the guy that's going to have him is the linebacker. I'm right here, I'm the linebacker. This guy right here, if he's out wide here, doesn't matter if he's on the line or off the line, he's split out wide, a cornerback has him. The cornerback always has the widest guy, unless he's a tight end. A linebacker never has the widest guy, but he only has him if he is a tight end, okay? He's the farthest guy out here. Doesn't matter if he's a flanker, off the line, or if he's an end, and he's on the line, the cornerback has him. This guy's a tight end, okay? If he's the farthest guy, if he's not the farthest guy, it doesn't matter. The linebacker is always going to have the tight end. As I said earlier, there are 6 eligible guys, which includes the quarterback, okay? The farthest guy is this wing right here. The cornerback's going to have him. Next is the tight end. The linebacker's going to have him. The next eligible guy, but we're not covering the quarterback, is that back right there. The middle linebacker's going to have him. The next eligible guy is this tight end right here. The linebacker's going to have him. The next eligible guy is the the wing right here. The cornerback's going to have him. It doesn't matter where this guy lines up. If he lines up over here, the corner has him. Lines up out here, the corner still has him. Okay? Because he's the tight end. If this guy was way out here initially, the corner's going to have him. next eligible guy is right here. The linebacker's going to have him. Now, there's never a situation where this guy, who's the tight end, and he shifts out wide. Once the play starts, if you have your guy, you stay with him. Okay, just for simplicity, we're not going to switch. Okay, so if I'm the linebacker, my guy shifted out here, I have him. If I'm the cornerback, I have this guy, he shifts over here, becomes a tight end, I still have him. We're not going to switch. It's where the guy is initially, okay? That's who you stay with. If I'm a linebacker and I have a tight end, I'm in a good stance, hands up, I'm looking at him, I'm not even looking at the ball. I don't even care about the ball. I'm going at his movement. Tight end most likely is going to be a three-point stance. As soon as that tight end moves, I'm jacking him up. Jacking him up, trying to keep him on the line. You do not want to get driven back. I tell all my defensive players, for every yard that guy drives you back, that's extra yard that running back gets, okay? So you're going to try to hold him on the line. You stay with him until you know you can make the tackle. A lot of times, tight ends are going to block for a second, so the linebacker engages, and then release, and the linebacker's going to let him go, thinking he can make the tackle, because this running back, who now has the ball, runs over here, and then becomes a quarterback and throws the ball, okay? And our linebacker now looks like an idiot. So what we do is we teach our linebackers, unless you know, without a shadow of a doubt, you can make that tackle, you do not release your guy. So I'm jamming my guy, suppose he now goes up for a pass, now I cover him, okay? Okay, now, most likely the tight end's a receiver, he doesn't even want to mess with you. He's most likely he's going to just go right by you. And like I said earlier, I'm the linebacker, I'm jacking him up, I'm trying to keep him on the line as long as possible. But every second I keep him on the line, that's an extra second that our two A-gap guys, our two B-gap guys, and our defensive end has to get to the quarterback. That quarterback sitting back, a lot of times in practice, these kids are running on air, the receivers, no one's in front of them, they're just flying down. So the quarterback is expecting this kid to be like 10 yards down the field. He gets nervous when he's looking down the field, and he's still right there in the line of scrimmage. And we have our kids bearing down. Okay, it makes it easy to get interceptions that way. Okay? So I'm going to jam this kid, try to keep him on line as long as possible. If he does get by me, I'm going to stay and roll with him. As I'm watching the guy, I do not look back until his hands go up. First off, the only way you can catch the ball is when your hands go up anyways. So I'm running with the guy. Once his hands go up, that's when I look back, and that's when I go for the pick. We don't go for batted balls, go for the pick, you know, because if you go for the pick, you don't get it, most likely you're going to bat down anyways, okay? Always go for the pick, try to be a hero. Okay, sometimes teams go for max protection. When they send a couple guys out, the tight ends will stay in block. Okay, so the tight end, he draws back to block. If you're the linebacker, like I said, you're attacking him. If he's dropping back, most likely he's pass blocking. Fly right into him. He already has momentum going back. Drive him back. Try to go for that quarterback, okay? Like I said, don't let him go until you know you can make that tackle. Drive him right back. Get a chance to make the tackle. Shed him. Make the tackle. Okay, suppose the offense has a formation. The widest guy right here is on the line. The cornerback has the widest guy, like we said earlier. The referee is going to give you the hand signal, because sometimes it's tough. Like I said, the field's 53 yards wide. You're not sure if he's on the line or off the line. The ref will give you the signal. If the ref goes like this, that means that guy is on the line of scrimmage. If the ref goes like this, that means he's off the line of scrimmage. So whatever signal that guy gives, the ref gives you, the cornerback is going to yell 3 times. Okay, the ref went like this, he's going to yell, on the line, on the line, on the line. The reason why this is important, remember we talked about the sandwich thing earlier. He's on the line, that means this guy right here, who's next on the line, cannot go off for a pass. If he's more than a yard back, the ref gives a signal like this, the corner yells, off the line, off the line, off the line. That means the next guy who's on the line can go for a pass. That's why this is important. This guy's on the line, I'm the quarterback, on the line, on the line, on the line. I'm the linebacker over here. I now look for the next eligible guy. The next eligible guy right now is that running back, okay? There are 2 running backs right now. They're in a pro set formation. That's 2 running backs on each side. Like I said earlier, we have 2 guards in the A gaps. We have 2 tackles in the B gaps, okay? So if there's a dive between the A gaps or the B gaps, those guys are going to slow them down. Our weak spot right here is a C gap, even though we have a defensive end over here, okay? We want, if there's 2 or 3 backs, we want our linebackers over the C gaps, okay? If there's 1 back, whoever the linebacker is, he can be in the middle, okay? So if there's 2 backs, it doesn't matter if they're lined up, even on each side, offset in any way. We'll put a tight end right here. So now if there's a tight end right here, linebacker has a tight end. Now the cornerback has the next eligible guy. Next eligible guy is that running back. Now the cornerback is going to act as a linebacker. He's going to be right here over the C gap. So we have our defensive end right here containing. We have our linebacker over the tight end right here. We have our guards over the A gaps, our tackles over the B gaps. The weak spot is right here, the C gap right here, okay? So about 2 yards back, our cornerback's gonna be right here. We're gonna be keying the near back. The closest guy is the near back. The guy farthest from him is the far back. Okay, linebackers when they have a running back. Corner's gonna have this guy. Corner's gonna have this guy. So cornerback right there. Linebacker's gonna be right here. Linebacker, linebacker, corner. This guy's ineligible because that guy is on the line. Okay? Like I said before, I'm the cornerback. the linebacker. He'll be over the C gap. That's my near back. The other linebacker's gonna be over here, over the C gap. That's his near back. Okay? This running back goes from this A gap over here. The linebacker attacks downhill. So if I'm the running back, I go right here. Linebacker's coming right at me. Right here, linebacker's coming right at me. Right here. If I go for like a bubble pass, he's coming right down at me. The reason why he wants to come right down at me, instead of going parallel, if I catch the ball, I have a few yards to juke him and make a move, I'm gone. If he runs downhill right at me, as soon as I catch the ball, he might have to be in position to make the pick or make the stick right away. Okay? And if I am able to try to run upfield, he's coming right downhill, he jams me, knocks me off my course. Okay? So I'm the linebacker in this position, running back anywhere, coming this way, over, I'm attacking downhill right away. Same for this linebacker. My near back comes this side, over, attacking downhill right away. He comes after me, whether he has the ball or not, I'm going right at him. I want to stick him. Because if he's the lead blocker for this guy, like I said earlier, for every yard that lead blocker gets, that's a free yard that running back gets. So he's coming right at me, I'm flying right at him, I'm stuffing him right here, preferably past the line of scrimmage. We already got another linebacker that's keyed on him. We got 2 defensive ends coming in. We got A gap and B gap guys coming in also. Stuff the guy. Don't wait for that lead blocker to get up here. Like I said, for every yard that guy gets, that's a free yard that running back gets. Now, misdirection. I'm keying my near back, okay? Because from here over, I'm attacking downhill. If I see my near back go to the other side, the first thing I want to do is look at the far back, okay? That far back, if he goes that way also, I know it's a sweep, I stay with my guy right away, okay? We also have the defensive end on that side playing contain, forcing him back my way. If I'm right here, I see my guy going that way, I see the far back standing still or coming this way, I know it's misdirection, okay? Misdirection, the reason why they do that, if I'm the running back, I go this way, they fake it my way, and they give it to me going this way, if the two linebackers stay with their men, they might crash into each other. This guy's gone for a touchdown, okay? What's gonna happen now, if I'm the running back and we're doing misdirection, where I go this way, the ball's being faked to me, this running back goes this way and he actually gets the ball, going the other way. This linebacker sees that far back, standing still or coming this way, he's gonna attack down the C gap right away, okay? Because right now when the misdirection's coming toward him, he's right here to blow the play up, okay? Even if it's not misdirection, if my near back goes this way and that far back goes this way, suppose he's going off for a pass, I'm attacking, stuffing my new near back. Okay? Same thing applies to this guy. My near back, he goes that way, I watch what the far back does. Okay? Far back goes that way, near back goes that way, it's a sweep. You already got a contain guy, stay with your guy. Near back goes that way, far back stands still, or comes this way. We switch, okay? Now we come down when the ball snaps, through the C gap, blow the play up. Okay? Went over misdirection with two running backs, now misdirection with 3 running backs. If there are 3 running backs, okay, we have 2 tight ends, so we're going to have a linebacker there, so we're going to have a corner over the C gap here, a corner over the C gap over here, we're going to have a middle linebacker, okay? The only time we ever have a guy in the middle is if there's 1 back or there's 3 backs. If there's 2 backs, we have linebackers or corners over the C gaps, not in the middle, okay? On the middle linebacker, wherever that fullback goes, it's nice and simple. I attack him no matter what, okay? I don't have to worry about misdirection. That's my guy, whether he goes this way, back, forward, backwards, forward, doesn't matter. I got that guy. In this situation, because we have 2 tight ends, cornerback over here, near back, just like the rule before, goes from here over downhill, I attack downhill. I see my near back go that way, I want to see what the far back is doing. Far back goes that way also, it's a sweep, I stay with my guy. Far back stands still, or comes back this way, I know it's misdirection, I'm shooting the C gap to blow the play up, okay? Same rule applies for this cornerback over here too, okay? From here over, attack downhill, he goes over that way, what the far back is doing. If that far back comes over, okay, when the ball snapped and crosses my guy, that far back is now my guy, okay? I take that guy and we switch responsibility. Because if they run some crazy look at his misdirection, when they fake it to me, they fake it to him, and I go for a pass, okay? If I'm the corner on this side, he is my responsibility. Suppose this guy split out here, this guy split out here, okay? The rule I said earlier, linebackers never have the widest guy unless he's a tight end. So cornerback has him, linebacker has him, middle linebacker has him, linebacker has him, cornerback has him, okay? The rule is still the same. Downhill, attack downhill, misdirection, all that. That's the only difference in the Gam defense between the cornerback and the linebacker is if the farthest receiver is a tight end or if he's a split end or a flanker. Okay? Suppose the receivers are going out for a pass. Defensive end, he's going to the deepest guy, coming right in, ready to take the quarterback's head off. The only thing that keeps that quarterback from getting killed is if that running back, if I'm the running back right here, I go to block the defensive end to give the quarterback time to make the pass. Now, like we said earlier, our guys got to try to jam these guys, keep them on the line of scrimmage as much as possible before they let them go for a pass. Okay, so the quarterback's dropping back, the receivers are getting jammed for a little bit before they get up for a pass. These guys are blocking the defensive ends. Okay? If my running back is blocking the defensive end, as soon as I see him engage the defensive end, I drop back into zone. Okay? Quarterbacks, wherever their non-throwing shoulder is, that's where the ball's going to go. Okay? Non-throwing shoulders this way, the ball's going this way. Non-throwing shoulders this way, ball's going this way. Okay? Most likely, in fact, almost never, the kid's going to be like this and throw the ball that way. So this is your guide. Wherever the non-throwing shoulder is, that's where I want to backpedal to. So if I see the quarterback with his non-throwing shoulder like this, I'm going to be backpedaling wherever that non-throwing shoulder is. Once the quarterback lets go to throw the ball, that's when I make the break. I see him let go, I start breaking wherever he's going to throw. The reason why this is important, I'm the receiver, there's a guy covering me. Suppose I get by the guy. The quarterback sees me, they see the cornerback covering me. They never see the zone guy dropping back, making the break on the ball. So the quarterback draws back, throws the pass. Zone guy draws back, makes the break on the ball, almost always gets the pick. Okay? And that's why it's important to jam that guy, because for every second you jam that guy, like I said, our defensive ends are going after that quarterback, our D linemen, A gap and B gap guys going after the quarterback, and it gives me, the zone guy, time to drop back even farther. Another thing about dropping back into coverage. When you drop back, it is not, okay, first off, we go by NCAA rules, we don't go by the NFL rules. In the NFL, once the receiver goes past 5 yards, you can't touch him anymore. NCAA rules, he could be 500 yards, I mean, exaggerating to prove my point. He could be 60 yards down the field, it doesn't matter, anywhere on the field. As long as that ball's out in the air, I can knock the snot out of him. So if I drop back, and that receiver cuts in front of me, okay, and as long as I'm in front of that receiver, I can knock him out. So the receiver's coming by me, I'm dropping back, I see somebody with a different color uniform coming across me, I can knock him down, okay? Tough to catch the ball on the ground. Now, defensive back's dropping back in the zone, quarterback has the ball ready to throw, suppose he doesn't see anybody open, he tucks it and goes to run. If I'm the corner or linebacker, I'm dropping back in the zone. As soon as I see him tuck it back in to run, I'm stopping short. Now, I'm making a beat, I'm going right for that quarterback to make the tackle. So once again, quarterback drops back, okay? Cornerback and linebacker is key in the non-throwing shoulder. Once the quarterback lets go to throw the ball, that's where he's breaking on the ball. Go for the pick. Okay, quarterback draws back, doesn't see anybody open, tucks it, and goes to run. I'm already backpedaling, and I'm keying the quarterback anyways. Once I see him tuck it, stopping short, going in, break the tackle. Suppose the team comes out in like trips or a quad formation. Right now, we have quad formation. That means on this side of the ball, they have 4 receivers. They have 1 receiver on that side, okay? Cornerback, like we said, has the farthest guy. Cornerback has this guy. Linebacker is going to have this guy right here. Middle linebacker is going to have this guy right here. The corner from the other side is going to come over and have this guy right here. Linebacker is going to have this guy. The reason why? He's a tight end. Cornerbacks never have tight ends. Linebackers never have the widest guy. So if this is the only guy on this side, linebacker's going to have him. So the cornerback on this side, he's got to go over to that side. Easy to remember, you always have a corner, linebacker, middle linebacker, then corner. Okay? So the linebacker, I have him. The corner on this side has to shift over to that side. If he came on this formation, this guy's split out wide. Okay? On the corner, the cornerback has him. Now the linebacker on this side has to shift over and cover that guy. Okay? But if they came on this formation initially and they shifted to a different formation, once you're locked on, you stay with your guy. Screen passes. I'm the receiver. Okay? I drop back to receive a screen pass. If I'm the guy covering that receiver, as soon as I see him dropping back, just like earlier we talked about the tight end drop back in the pass coverage, we attack. I see him dropping back, I go to attack, I'm going to knock the snot out of him. He's behind the line of scrimmage, no pass interference, especially if the ball is thrown backwards, it's a fumble. I see him drop back, so if I'm the receiver, I drop back, I'm the corner, linebacker, depending, I go attack the guy, I make the pick, the ball hits the ground, it could be a fumble, pick it up, go for a pick 6. Okay? Always attack the guy. Like I said, receiver, right here, if he makes a move, I'm jacking up anyways, okay? Even more of a reason to jack him up if he's dropping back away from me. Okay, when I'm teaching football, I usually try to be straightforward. I don't like exceptions to the rules, but every now and then you have to have one. Right now, football's over here. The center's right here. People might think sometimes the center can't go for a pass. Remember, the rule, 7 guys have to be in line of scrimmage. The 2 guys on the ends are eligible to go for a pass. Right now, this guy is at the end of the line. The rest of the offense is over here. Okay? That center is eligible to go for a pass. And the other rule, I said, rule of thumb, he's at the end. That's the D gap. That's the C gap. That's the B gap. Okay? So B, A, B. If I'm this B gap guy, we have this thing we call it the mosquito. These guys cannot hurt us right now because the football's way over there. If you ever find yourself in this situation, we want you to jump over here and be a mosquito, watching that football. As soon as the ball is snapped, you're jumping right here because if they throw a screen pass, you might get a pick six. Okay, that's the only time we jump out of our gaps. Going from the B gap to the C gap in this situation.
Power I split. Cornerbacks have the split ends. Linebackers have their near backs and they're over the C gaps. Middle linebacker has the fullback, and misdirection still applies to the linebackers. Power I double tight. Middle linebacker has the fullback. The corner on the left has the halfback who's behind the fullback. The corner on the right has the offset back. Both the corners are over the C gaps. Middle linebacker is right in the middle of the formation. I formation tight. The corner on the left and the middle linebacker are both over the C gaps. They take the first back that comes to them. The other guy immediately takes the second back. I formation split left, tight right, flanker right. The linebacker on the left and the middle linebacker on the right are both over the C gaps. They take the first back that comes to them. The other guy immediately has the second back. Stack receivers on the left. The cornerback plays just inside the split end. The linebacker just inside the corner above them to make sure they don't cross each other and ensure that the receiver does not get an inside release.
Okay, that's our Gam defense, gap air mirror defense, or you can call it the gap bait defense. It's a real simple defense, very effective. I know some people might say, well, you don't have a safety. The difference is you take one D lineman out, put one safety back like 10, 15 yards. It's only one guy. You know, it doesn't make that much of a difference. We've had the #1 defense 3 years in a row, and there were times we've had games where a team hasn't even got a first down, haven't even passed the line of scrimmage. Okay, it's a real good defense for the youth level, and like I said, team wants to trap. We got a D lineman going down low, so they're not gonna be trapped. They want to double team. A D lineman is staying down low. It's gonna be tough to double team. We're in your man, in your face, playing man, tight coverage. That guy's dropping back in the zone, so it covers all the bases. We're containing the ball. Our defensive ends are real aggressive, going in there to take the quarterback's head off. And that's what's great about playing man. Go in for the kill.